what's going on? Thanks for joining us in the Sports Zone. Channel 8 Sports Director Nate Johnson back with you. And the Husker football team is getting ready for a big matchup with Colorado this Saturday. But let's take a quick look back at their first win of the year versus UTEP. Offensive coordinator Marcus Satterfield called Raiola's game surgical. I couldn't agree more. The Big Ten Freshman of the Week carved up the Miners defense for 238 yards and 2 touchdowns in his first game wearing the red and white. Here was Coach Satterfield on his QB1 at today's news conference.
You know, he, again, talking about a culture of excellence. I mean, he was prepared. He knew exactly where the ball needed to go. He was accurate with the ball, took care of the ball. You know, I was just really excited to see it because I knew, you know, coming up that tunnel walk, that was a lot of years and a lot of memories and a lot of days of anticipation and excitement. And I was hoping that he was going to be able to come out and just play. And he was like a freaking surgeon. Like, it was amazing to see him, just his maturity, you know, way beyond his years from that standpoint.
And check it out, the coaches and players not the only ones praising the Husker QB1. This clip from today's episode of the Pat McAfee Show.
Hey, Nebraska looks good too.
Yeah, they did.
How about
Matt Rule, Raiola, yeah, man.
Hey, that dime drop down the sideline with somebody in his, like, on his arm, it was like, oh, he is a guy. This is a guy.
It's huge.
And him walking out, too, doing this number as a freshman starting in this one right here.
Love it.
I love it. They got Colorado this weekend, and I think everybody's expecting Nebraska to do their thing against Colorado, but I think Nebraska's going to do their thing against a lot of people.
And if that doesn't fire you up a little, I mean, come on. What are we doing? And this game against Colorado is rearing up to be a good one. Both teams coming off of Week 1 wins, albeit against teams that they were expected to beat, but still they both look good. Raiola coming off that Big Ten Freshman of the Week performance. And not to add to his motivation, but his dad had a few words of encouragement for him this week. A man who knows a thing or two about beating the Buffaloes.
Well, my dad said that he never lost to them. So every time, or this week, he told me, he goes, just so you know, I never lost to them. But no, I know the rivalry runs deep. But, you know, you got to stay focused, the task at hand, and can't get caught up in everything else. So we just got to worry about playing football and doing our brand of football.
Dylan's dad, of course, longtime Husker great Dominic Raiola. And coming out today, the latest AP polls, Nebraska not in the top 25, but they did receive 27 votes. A win this Saturday might be enough to push them in that top 25 for the first time since 2019, but we will see. We got some time until then. Hey, don't forget the Husker volleyball team plays tonight at 7 p.m. against SMU. Rod, we'll send it back to you, though.
All right, thank you, Nate.